I'm Mike from St. Thomas Economic Development here at St. Thomas City Hall with another little update. We are here today in council chambers, joined by the one and only John Hindley from the Clerk's Department. John, what's your role with the Clerk's Department?
So I'm the Manager of Legislative Services and Deputy City Clerk for the City of St. Thomas. And part of that portfolio is doing administration on the municipal elections.
And the elections are what we wanted to chat with you about today. So as many of you probably know, there's a municipal election happening this fall in St. Thomas and in municipalities across the province. What's the date of the election this fall?
October 26, 2026 is the election day, but we will have advance voting through electronic means for about a 2-week period before that.
Sounds good. And we're definitely, at some point in the future, we want to get in and talk about the electronic way that municipal elections are shifting. But for today, what we wanted to talk about is how would I run for council? Now, I'm not going to run for council. I'll join the long list of people who have said they're not going to run for council or mayor. But I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that do. Lots of people who often sit in this room that will again. What does that process look like for someone that wants to run in a municipal election?
For sure. So starting on May the 1st, running through to August 21st at 2 o'clock, anyone can file their candidate nomination papers in person at City Hall. So a couple things. There's a Form 1 nomination paper required and a Form 2 endorsement where you need to get 25 eligible electors to sign off on your nomination.
That's interesting. Now, let's say that I do submit my paperwork and I'm going to run. Are there like any rules that I need to follow? Like any places that I can or can't campaign, anywhere I can or can't put signs? What are the rules?
That's correct. So under the city sign bylaw and use of election resources on city property, you can't campaign on any city property, and that includes the right-of-way or the boulevard in front of your house. You can put it on private property, but it has to be off the city's boulevard.
That makes a lot of sense. That sounds like it's going to clean up a lot of the intersections in the city. They tend to get busy with signs during election season. Now, suppose that I did want to run for council. What would make me eligible or ineligible to run for council or for mayor?
For sure. So to be an eligible candidate, you have to be an eligible elector, which means you're a Canadian citizen, you're 18 years of age or older, and you either live or own or rent property in the city. So this means that you live here on kind of a regular basis, or you own property in your own name. But you can be a tenant. You could live in a larger building as long as you have some kind of ID to show that you're a resident of the city.
What about cases where someone might, through a corporation, own a business, let's say, in St. Thomas, but they live outside of the city? Would they be eligible to run?
No. So unless they own the business in their own personal name, they would not be eligible to vote because corporations are not eligible electors. So it has to be owned in a private individual's name.
Now, how about for the finance side of a campaign? Are there rules about how much money I can take in, how I have to track that money, or do I have to report it at any point?
Yes, for sure. So there are requirements to open a bank account for your campaign. There's forms you have to file at the end of your campaign. There are limitations on how much you can spend, how much you can contribute to your own campaign, and how much others can contribute to your campaign. All of that information will be available closer to May 1st and is available as part of our candidate information packages.
Now, we've covered a lot here, but I'm sure there's a lot more information. If someone's interested in getting more, is there a place they can go to get that information?
For sure. So all of this information is available on the city's website. As well, we have packages available in person at City Hall starting Monday, April 27th.
And then lastly, John, I understand there's an info session coming up that people could attend if they wanted more information on this.
Yes. So on Monday, April 27th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. in the Carnegie room at the St. Thomas Public Library, there'll be an information session. The Ministry of Municipal Affairs and Housing will be in attendance to provide more detailed information about campaign finances and the nomination process. There's also an option to attend by Zoom, which is available on the city's website.
That sounds great. Well, I hope to see lots of you there who are perhaps hopeful candidates for councillorship or mayorship. John, thanks for taking the time. I know this is a busy year for you guys when it's an election year, but we appreciate it. We look forward to touching back with you at some point through this. And thank you for watching our videos. Please like our videos on YouTube and don't forget to
smash that subscribe button.